trip. I am Olujimi Dare-Ogun saying welcome to the show. We begin with Formula One, where leading engineer David Sanchez has left McLaren just 3 months after joining the team from Ferrari. The Frenchman was recruited as part of restructure of McLaren's technical department. Team principal Andrew Stella will fulfill Sanchez's role until permanent appointment is made. Quoting as she says, the role, responsibilities and ambitions associated with David's position did not align with our original expectations. End of quote. As part of the changes, Rob Marshall, who signed from Red Bull earlier this year, has become chief designer. He had previously been technical director, engineering and design. Sanchez has not been put on gardening leave and will be free to join another team as soon as he can find a suitable position. The change was precipitated because Sanchez did not feel stretched in his new role because his remit was smaller than they expected when he agreed to join. His being allowed to leave is a recognition by McLaren that it was not working and was not going to work. Still in Formula One, the woman who complained about Red Bull team principal Chris Horner's behavior is very upset, angry, scared, intimidated, and lonely, a family member has told BBC Sport. The woman lodged a complaint in December that contained allegations of coercive, abusive behavior and sexual harassment by Horner. She struggles to understand how Red Bull dismissed the complaints following an investigation, the friend added. Horner has always denied the claims. Red Bull dismissed the complaints on the 28th of February after an internal investigation had cleared Horner of any wrongdoing. Until now, the complaints has been denied as an inappropriate and uncontrolling behavior. Red Bull said it could not confirm if it also included allegation of sexual harassment, but reports have seen evidence to that effect. The woman is unable to talk about her claims, having signed a legal undertaking not to discuss the matter with anyone other than her father and her brother. Now to boxing. Nigeria heavyweight boxer Ife Ajagba is gearing up to defend his WBC silver title against Italian challenger Guido Vialeno. The bout is scheduled to take place on Saturday, April 13 at the American Back Centers in Corpus Christi, Texas. Ajagba boasting a record of 19 wins and 1 loss with 14 knockouts, 8 from Ughelli Delta State, Nigeria, and currently resides in Stratford, Texas. In his most recent fight on November 4, Ajagba showcased his prowess by stopping prospect Joseph Godal in the 4th round. Meanwhile, Vialeno, coming off a victory over Moses Johnson in the 1st round, is eager to continue his winning streak. Despite the setback with a knockout loss to Jonathan Rice in January last year, the 29-year-old Italian is determined to make a statement against Ajagba. Vialeno sees a victory over Ajagba as a pathway to facing top contenders in the heavyweight division. The highly anticipated event will also feature an exciting matchup between undefeated heavyweight sensation Jed the Real Big Baby Anderson and Belgian contender Riyad Mahrez. Table tennis now, we are in a Quadri as accused World Table Tennis, the WTT, offenses him after 2 rankings and monetary penalties in 2 months. In an outpouring of emotions in a statement on his Facebook page on Tuesday, the 35-year-old said he was penalized by the body for not participating in the World Championships and the WTT Championship in Korea. He expressed displeasure about the punitive measures despite informing the club body of his poor health and involvement in club activities at the time both tournaments were held in the Asian country. As a result, the Nigerian international dropped to 19 in the world rankings and from number 1 to number 2 in Africa in March. Quoting him, he says, "My first thing is because I was sick with chronic diarrhea. I was not able to participate in the World Championship in Korea and I could not get a doctor's report on time while in sickbed. My appeal was rejected because I am black and I am from Africa, Nigeria. My second thing is because I decided to represent my clubs that are paying my salary and could not participate in the WTT Championship in Korea. Meanwhile, I informed WTT 1 month before the start of the WTT Championships in Korea that I had club engagement. It is now a sin to come from Africa, Nigeria, and to be black player and stay in the top 20. All these penalties come from WTT, such an injustice and unacceptable." And now to football. On the home scene, Bayer Leverkusen manager Xavi Alonso has revealed Victor Boniface is ready to return to action. Boniface has been sidelined since undergoing surgery for an abductor injury in January. The Nigerian international has worked his way back to full fitness in recent weeks. The 23-year-old is now in line to feature in Bayer Leverkusen's DRB Pokal semi-final clash against Fortuna Düsseldorf on Wednesday. Quoting Alonso, he says, "We have no injury players. Everyone could be available for the squad. Boniface could play part of the game. He trained hard and came through it with a strong mentality. He can't wait to be back on the pitch." Still with the Nigerian striker, Napoli might look into the Super Eagles squad as they look for a replacement for Victor Osimhen. Osimhen is all but set to lead the Serie A champions this summer. The Italian side, however, are now looking at the 23-year-old compatriot Victor Boniface to replace him. Boniface, who plays for Bayer Leverkusen in Germany, has scored 10 goals and provided 8 assists in just 15 starts. His impressive display has seen him win Rookie of the Month award for 4 times consecutively. Moving on, 14 Super Falcons players are now in the Team's Abuja camp ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games qualifier against Bayana of South Africa. Atletico Madrid winger Rasheedat Ajibade, Tochukwu Eloyi, and Jumoke Alani were the early arrivals in camp on Monday. The trial were joined by 11 other players on Tuesday. 8 more players are expected in camp. Among the new arrivals are goalkeeper Chiamaka Onadozie, dependable centre-back Osinachi Ohale, versatile midfielder Tony Payne, and Juventus star Jennifer Ochegini. The first leg will be held at Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja on Friday, before the second leg is being played 5 days later. Now to the Nigerian Premier Football League. Fidelis Ilechukwu of Rangers International has been nominated yet again by the League Brothers Award for the 2023-2024 Nigerian Premier Football League Manager for the month of March. Ilechukwu led Rangers to 3 wins in 5 matches, including 2 away wins at Niger, Tornadoes and Atlant. He also won 2 draws, including an away draw at Kano Pillars, and was unbeaten in the month with 7 goals scored. Other nominees for the managerial award include Benga Ogunbote of Shooting Stars, Kennedy Boboye of Sunshine Stars, Umar Abdullahi of Aqua United. The 6 players listed in running for the LBA award for March 2024 include Adam Solalekon of Remo Stars, Christian Piagbara of Shooting Stars, Rangers duo of Ejike Ugochukwu and Godwin Obaje, one and Rod Silas of Plateau United, and Sani Sulaiman of Aqua United also made the calls. Finally, on the home scene to the games going down in the Nigerian Premier Football League later today, Itabia Warriors against Plateau United, Bayelsa United against Atlant, Enugu Rangers against Sunshine Stars, Eyimba against Kano Pillars, Shooting Stars against Kwara United, not forgetting Sporting Lagos against Lobby Stars, while Bendel Insurance at home will take on Niger Tornadoes. And now to football in Europe. Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou said he would like a joystick to control his player like a video game after they were held to a draw by West Ham United. The Spurs boss was less frustrated as his side missed chance to move into the Premier League top 4 with a draw at the rain-soaked London Stadium.
Well, it did find its way out here to Timo Werner, who can drive one in, and there's the opening goal. It's scored by Brennan Johnson. Tottenham Hotspur, the key provider in the comeback against Luton on Saturday, is the goal scorer tonight for Tottenham, who lead West Ham by 1-0. Jared Bowen to take on Ndogi for West Ham. Corner taken by Bowen, flicked on and flicked in, and the captain with the equalising goal for West Ham United in London's East End. It's West Ham 1, Tottenham 1.
Game ended 1-1 with Kozuma cancelling and Brennan Johnson's goal. Other results in the English Premier League: Newcastle played a 1-1 draw against Everton. Nottingham Forest continued with their fight to stay in the English Premier League, defeating Fulham by 3-1, while Bournemouth defeated Crystal Palace by 1-0. Burnley and Wolves settled for a 1-1. Yesterday in the Coppa Italia semi-final first leg, Juventus at the Allianz Stadium defeated Lazio by 2-0, with Federico Chiesa and Dusan Vlahovic getting both goals. In the German DSB Pokal, Kaiserslautern defeated Sacre by 2-0 to progress to the final. While in the Coupe de France semi-final, Alexandre Lacazette getting a brace and Giftoban getting the third gave Lyon a 3-0 win over Valenciennes in the semi-final. Later today, in the English Premier League, it's Arsenal against Luton Town, Brentford against Brighton, Manchester City against Aston Villa. In the English Coppa Italia second game semi-final, it's Fiorentina against Atalanta, while in the DFB Pokal semi-final, it's Bayer Leverkusen against Fortuna Düsseldorf. Finally, in the Coupe de France, it's Paris Saint-Germain against Reims. This is where we call it a wrap on today's edition of Sports Trip. Keep listening to us on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1. I am Olujimi Dare-Ogun, saying stay sporty, stay healthy.